What's up? Hey guys, what's up? All right, I'm back today. 3 shows in one day. How are you guys doing? Let me see if this is going. So hold on. Is it going? Is it going? Is it going? All right. Going? Is it going? Is it going? All right. Hey guys. Okay, an hour my but I know, I'm sorry. I realized anyway, it's been a crazy day, you guys. I'm sorry. Hey, better late than never, okay? Um so I'm answering text, I'm doing stuff, I'm trying to get stuff up on Instagram. I thought I was able to, but anyway, yes, hello. Oh, is there no sound? How about now? Can you hear me? An hour my butt, you said, and I said better late than never. I know there's a bit of a delay. Can you hear me now? Hello? Okay, good. Thank you. Here is the call. So let me just tell you a story before I put the call-in number. So I sent my uncle the music. Oh, the music video is ready. If you go in the description and you go to YouTube, you can see the YouTube there. You can also see it on Instagram. I mean, you can not Instagram, you can see it on Facebook. But if you click on the YouTube link, you'll be able to listen and watch the video. I'm trying to raise money so I can do an album, and there's a crowdfunding link as well. But I want you to watch the video. I think you guys will really like the video. So my story of the day is, wait, 512-481-7464. Hold on. 1417464. Okay, so I send it to my a bunch of family members. I sent it to my uncle. My uncle's just like a diehard leftist, and he gets back to me and he's like, you know what? He goes, oh, did you check into that whole? I forgot what the situation is where this happened, like, I don't know, like in the 80s or 90s, and these people raped these guys raped this woman, but they were black, and then they were found innocent. But before they were found innocent, Trump put a page in the newspaper saying that these people should be hung or they should be. But I'm like, I don't see how that was racist, because if he thought that they did it, then that, to me, that's totally justifiable. But it wasn't his fault that they were accused wrongly. He didn't accuse them anyway. It just he was like, you need to check that out, and you need to make a sincere effort to be on the right side of history. And I was like, you know what? That's really arrogant. That's really arrogant. Like, I've never said anything to my uncle like that. Or maybe I have. I don't know. Out of anger. But I feel like with the elders in my family, I'm really careful about what I say and how I say things. And yeah, so Trump has multiple pictures with Ghislaine Maxwell. What does that mean? Does that mean anything? I mean, there's lots of people that have multiple pictures with her because they were billionaires and they all hung out. But he kicked Jeffrey Epstein out of his hotel when he found out what he was up to. But all the celebrities knew what he was up to, and they kept going to party on his island. So until Trump is caught in a video with kids doing nasty stuff, that doesn't mean shit to me. So whatever. So anyway, well, you can say a lot of people are associated with Jeffrey Epstein and stuff, but you have to have more evidence. And just because somebody takes a picture with something, that's not really evidence. Somebody does it only proves that they knew them. So he can't lie and be like, oh, I didn't know. So it proves that they knew them. But, you know, until they're, you know, because I'm sure you have pictures of somebody. What if, you know, you were somebody you knew was caught doing something bad, but they can say that you were doing the same bad things because you had pictures with them? That doesn't make any sense. So, why did Trump sign 5G? I don't know. Why don't you ask him? Like, I can't wait to vote for Trump on Tuesday. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, dude. You know, you don't have to vote for him. This is the guy in the chat that's just going crazy about Trump. You know what? It's not really about Trump, though. It's about taking this country back. So I see this as a spiritual war. And that's what I'm doing. I'm taking my country back because I don't want to live in a socialist country. You know, and he's basically, for Americans, he's basically promised what he said he was going to do, unlike any other politician that, you know, I've known my whole life. So, yeah, anyway. My older family and left are intolerant. They think that this is still this. I know, that's how my uncle is. He's like, he thinks it's the 60s. He won't even come to Texas because he's scared of races and he thinks that they're, you know, Klansmen running around, I guess. I don't know. But I asked him to come and he was like, I'm not coming. I'm like, what? Are you for real, dude? Cool. Cool. I mean, just because you're a conservative doesn't mean you have to like Trump. Anyway, Agent Pepsi One Maggot. Anyway, so this live stream, I'm going to be promoting my music. Please go look in here. I would just put the YouTube link in the description. Hold on. I think that would be better. And please share and, you know, donate. I'm looking for donations as small as $5. I mean, you know, anywhere from $5 to $1,000. If you're like mega rich, you know, I would really appreciate it. And if you can't, I would like you to share it. And if you can't, donate. You know, I know, I love how people are like, I'm a conservative and I hate Trump. Yeah, right. Right? I love, yeah. Of course you are. Of course you are. Of course you are. Yeah, I believe somebody that uses a fake name and doesn't show their face above all people, right? Those are the people that are the most honest in chats. So, okay. So, yeah, I mean, but the thing about presidential candidates is, which I find interesting, is people are going to like them for different reasons. People are going to vote for candidates according to so my uncle just texted me and telling me that my video was political propaganda. So that's great, right? I guess that's a good thing. So anyway, this is how the media does. Like, you know, people like my uncle, you know, like, believes everything the media says, doesn't think for themselves, doesn't talk to other people. Same thing, you know, like my brother, doesn't talk to other people, doesn't, you know, doesn't like look at other sides of things, just think that there's one absolute truth and that's all there is. And if you question that, you're a conspiracy theorist, you're a kook, you're spreading propaganda, you're on the wrong side of history, okay? So, I mean, I don't really know what to do with people, I don't really know what to do with people like that anymore. I'm not going to stop being who I am, and I'm not going to stop believing what I believe, and I'm not going to, like, you know, toss my own personal experiences aside because they're insecure about theirs. I'm just not going to do that. So, the name of the video is called Don't Believe It. Don't believe it. And that's the link, and you can go watch it and share the hell of it and donate. Oh, shoot. Wait, can I pin this to the top? Pin it. So I put the call-in message and then I put the video. Just figured out pinning in the chat today. I'm completely demonetized too on my channel. I can't have any donations. I can't do any super chats. So, I mean, that's really, and all the money that I made before they demonetized me last time, YouTube kept. So I haven't made any money in months. So, not to be all woe is me, but I'm just talking about how terrible like YouTube is, so just how tyrannical they are, you know. Anyway, I'm going to, if you guys want to start calling in, I'll be on for about an hour. I always say that and I always go over. So Jeffrey, who said an hour my butt, yeah, I said I was going to jump back on an hour, but you know, I'll always stay a little longer usually. I need you guys to do me a huge favor too. If you can give me hashtags that are trending that I can attach this video to, if you can get this video to like Lil Wayne, Kanye, all the music celebrities who have come out and that are patriots, if you can get this video to them some way, I would really appreciate it. If you could like, yeah, I mean, and just get it in front of many people as possible. I would really, really appreciate it. I can't do this by myself. I'm only one person, and frankly, I'm worn out from all the work I've had to do by myself. But I would really appreciate it. I know you guys support me, and yeah, and you know, I would have probably uploaded the video on this channel. But I'm being so badly shadow banned and demonetized, and I feel like just having a newer channel would give it more of a chance of being seen and being spread out. So I basically am starting over with that channel. So anyway, yeah. So anybody want to call, the number is 512-481-7464, 512-481-7464. You know, yeah, sorry, I'm just replying to my uncle. It's, you know how you like get into an argument with somebody and you're like, I'm not going to reply, I'm not going to look at it. And then they reply, you're like, oh, I got to reply. I got to say something. I gotta say it. So, oh shit. Don't kill me. Is Skype open? Okay, someone's calling. Hello? Hello?
Hey.
Hello? Hi. Who is this?
Jakari.
Oh, hey, Jakari. What's up?
What's going on?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right.
So what are you up to? What do you think about what's going on? Did you get? I should be like, you can't call in until you listen to the music. I'm not gonna be like that though. But did you listen?
Well, of course, I'll listen to the music, of course.
What do you think? Well, now that I'm putting you on the spot, huh? You're like, it's all right. It's all right. It's okay.
Yeah, it's crazy what's going on right now. It's, you know, and you know what's bothering me right now is the cancel culture.
So why is the cancel culture bothering you?
It's just because the fact of the matter is like, okay, it was once one time we could disagree with something, and it was fine, and we could still be friends, and everything was cool. But if you don't think like a certain other person, you know, you just immediately, get rid of him and cancel him. It's just ridiculous. It's like we are so childish now. These are supposed to be adults, man. We act like little kids now. I don't understand it.
I know. Well, it's brainwashing. You know?
It is. Yeah.
I don't really know what else to say, you know, except that it is brainwashing.
Yeah, I don't know. We're not that far off from being, you know, we're still smart people around, but how everybody's just like you talking about the media, everybody's so stuck on the media now, and everything they say, they want to be spoon-fed. If this person said they did something bad, just cancel him. It's like, you got a brain for yourself? I mean, come on.
No, people don't. People don't. They don't got a brain for themselves. They don't. You know, it's and the social media, I think, has just made it worse, you know. I mean, you know what? It's weird. it's made the bad, but it's made the good too. Because think about it, back in the day when we didn't have smartphones and cameras, that people could just, the media can just lie on people and destroy their lives, and they would have no recourse whatsoever.
That's true.
Huh?
That's true. That's true.
So I think it's just a very revolutionary time in our history, and I think that truth is going to prevail. Maybe I'm being optimistic, but I think that I see that. To me, that's what I see. I don't see anything to be. I'm just I'm more frustrated. I see. I'm sorry. Yeah, I see. I need to turn off my phone because I texted a bunch of people in the video, and I get distracted, right? And I was like, I'll just turn my phone over and I'll deal with it after the live stream. But what was I saying? I forgot.
You say you think things are going to change?
I think things are going to change. I think that we're at the tipping point right now. This election is like the tipping point, I think.
It really is. Yeah, I agree.
And I think,
yeah.
And then, people keep saying, I mean, this is kind of like my analysis too with all this stuff that's going on with Joe Biden, because people are saying, oh, well, they had all that stuff on Hillary and they never got arrested. But I've just been thinking, I think that all of this is evidence that has been building up, right? And it's not like the swamp is so deep that they need to clean the whole thing out. So it's just like it took a while for them to infiltrate and to turn everybody over to the dark side. It's going to take a minute to turn everything back around, Yeah,
it will. I agree.
So, I mean, I think, though, it looks like that's coming to a head, too. I mean, the whole, it's so funny. My friend's mom was saying, oh, the Trump administration totally lied and they are making everything up. And can you believe that? And I'm just like, but her mom just plugs her head into the TV. So if the TV told her something is true, she's not going to go and cross-reference. She's not going to go and see what it means to have the emails verified. Were the emails verified? There's a shit ton of pictures, and there's evidence that Biden and Hunter were going to other nations and meeting with them. But what? They weren't getting any other business done outside of their own personal business. You're not supposed to do that as a vice president. So, and then there's bank accounts of them doing transactions and stuff, getting paid money on the side. There's so much evidence. Yeah. And the media is just totally covering. And, I was watching a Trump rally yesterday, and Trump was talking about the Biden scandal, and then they turned the cameras off. And I know what they're going to say. They're just going to be like, and he was like, oh, look, they turned the cameras off. And I know that they're going to say, they're just going to be like, oh, well, we just refuse to promote his lies. We just refuse. But people are getting it because they're not showing up to support him. He's going into hiding. People are like, people don't use their common sense. Well, if he was so innocent, why is he going into hiding? Yeah. Because of all the lies that they've spread and all the horrible stuff that Trump did, he's still going out and filling stadiums. But Joe's hiding in his basement. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in Fort Worth, Texas. So, Camilla, they were up here the other day. Well, yesterday, I think.
They what?
I'm from Fort Worth, so, they were in Fort Worth yesterday.
So were there a lot of people there?
It was nobody, man.
Really? For real? Not even Fort Worth?
Man, it was like, I don't know, I don't even know if it was a dozen people. I mean, it was nothing, man.
Yeah, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. And there are people that really think that these people, and they're trying to what am I trying to say? They're trying to what am I trying to say? They're trying to
They're trying to say, he's winning.
Yeah, but they're trying to say, oh, I know what I'm trying to say. They're trying to be like, oh, we're just being responsible by staying inside. And I'm like, what, for a fake ass virus that only kills one, that has a 1% death rate, right? Really? Seriously? Yeah. So I'm just like, who is still believing that the virus is a threat? You know, who really believes
Yeah, I
that?
mean, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, there's
You'd
still
be
people.
surprised.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the majority of people I see. Well, I shouldn't say the majority of people, but a large amount of people now, even more, are starting to wake up and they're seeing that it's bullshit. You know, I think people are wearing the mask though more so because they're afraid of what other people are going to think about them. You know, they're more afraid of the social pressure and looking bad.
Yeah,
because
that's true.
people. So, but I don't think that they're really scared that they're going to die from the virus. And I just know I know quite a few people that they even know that it's fake, but they just they know that it's fake, but they don't want to be hassled when they go places, so they just comply.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you know, that's how most people are, you know, but I mean, do you feel like fighting with people in the middle of the street? You know, some days you just ain't up for that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm not scared, but it's like, I just got off work. I don't feel like it right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they just want to go in and out. And I mean, that's fine. I just have a strong conviction personally. That's just how I am. And ever since I got fired, I haven't worn a mask yet anywhere. And I don't
Well,
even.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it does. Sometimes I don't feel like being bothered and I have to fight with people. And I'm not trying to fight people, but I will, you know. I don't like.
Yeah, if you have to, yeah, I will too if I have to. But you know, nobody's come up to me about nothing. You know, I think people know who to mess with and who not to.
Are you a tall dude?
Know?
Are you like a big guy? Are you scary looking?
No, you know, I'm.
Are you
What's
like
my
a
build
Vogue?
like? I'm like a. I'm trying to think. Kind of, you know, us little guys. You know, I'm not tiny. I'm athletic, but it's like, you know, us. We don't. People are real scared of the big dudes, but they love teddy bears and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But you know, skinny dudes, we don't play games, man. And I'm one of those type of guys.
Yeah,
so.
I think people really can read your energy, not just your. But I'm saying people, you can kind of tell, you know, who to mess with and who not.
And I'm not trying to be like that anyway. You know, I'm a peacemaker, but you know, I always say don't start none, won't be none.
Yeah,
That's just the way I am.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what else is on your mind? Let me see if there's somebody else calling.
I'd say I'm ready to get this over with. Tell you the truth.
I know, that's how I feel too. I'm just like, rip off the Band-Aid. Let's get it. I hope. I mean, you know, either two things are going to happen. We know that they're going to try and steal the election. There's already been evidence.
Yeah.
Even, did you see the Project Veritas video?
Yeah.
So I mean, and even before that, dude, like even when they had the midterms, you know, they had different people in states trying to steal the midterm elections. You don't think they're going to do that for the main elections? You know?
Yeah, of course they are.
Yeah, of course. So, I mean, but I think I'm really optimistic because of Florida. Have you heard the information about Florida?
Yeah, if Florida wins, you know, you got the election, you know. Well, and you know that anytime you got the Hispanic vote, and you got the Cubans, you got Mexicans, you have who else is in Florida? I know it's a lot of Cubans down in South Florida. But once you get that vote, and they're supporting them too, so I mean, you got it, you know.
Well, yeah, it's interesting because you know, I've been watching Steve Turley, and he was talking about some polls and some just analysis that he was doing in Florida, and then he was also bringing up other reports that other Democrats are actually doing of Florida, and he was saying they're freaking out because it's already early voting, and even with the early voting, like Trump is winning in Florida.
Yeah.
And they're anticipating that most Trump supporters are going to vote on Election Day. You know, because,
I believe that too.
Yeah, so I mean, if that's true, then he's already won, and I think that it might even be so huge because there's also a lot of silent people that they're not out front about who they're voting for.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they don't want to get shot or their house burned down or whatever horrible things that's been happening to people that support Trump. You know, so it's like I am starting to have really more optimism that we might not even maybe this is too optimistic, I will admit, but they might not even be able to even steal the election because it would be such a huge landslide that, you know, there's nothing they could do.
Yeah.
Their vote to be like a drop in the bucket.
It will.
Like the Amish are coming out to vote, you know.
I know that's what I'm saying. The Amish are coming out. I mean, this is serious.
Did you see there's video of them coming out with the horse and buggy and they have the Trump flags and stuff. And then there was some that were at the rally. I was like, dang, the Amish are voting. They know, but I'm like, but they know this is holy war. That's where they're voting. They know.
Yeah,
They
definitely.
see that it's between good and evil. So,
Yeah, yeah.
um,
'Cause, and I've heard people be like, "Oh, come on, man, the president's selected," and I've always thought that way myself.
yeah,
But
this time it's different.
it has to be something with Trump, man, because I've never seen anything like this in my life. I've
Yeah, me
never seen
neither. Yeah,
somebody
me
get the
neither.
hassle for 4 years straight. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And the supporters. And the supporters,
Yeah,
like just my friends that were, and like when I was in the middle, I wasn't supporting anything, but just my friends that have gotten harassed and gotten their businesses destroyed because they were Trump supporters and gotten their drinks poisoned and gotten beat up and, are
yeah,
own companies and afraid to tell people that they work with that own companies that they're Trump supporters because, you know, um, they don't want to get like, killed.
right.
Like, I've never
Yeah,
seen anything like this. And my mom and I were
unless you carry,
yeah,
unless you got a gun on
but
you,
I mean, like,
you
yeah, but still, it's
you don't want
like,
to start fighting people. Yeah,
I mean, I've just never, no, I'm sorry. I've never seen anything like this ever in my whole entire life, and it's exciting too. It's exciting, but it's frustrating, and it's just so many, like, roller coaster of emotions.
yep.
And
And I think he's going to win again, it's not going to stop though. It's going to keep going. When he wins again, they're going to keep doing it. He's not
yeah,
going to get a peaceful presidency. It's just not going to happen.
yeah, I know. Well, he's creating, but this is
Yeah.
what happens when you create real change, right? All
Right.
these other
Yeah.
politicians, they go up and they're just like, what are they saying? They're like, oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and then they do nothing, and it's weird because it's
Yeah.
like people want more. People want more. What do you call it? They want more. Like people that have demeanor, a better
Yeah.
demeanor, and don't get shit done, as opposed to somebody doesn't have such a soft demeanor but doesn't get stuff done. Because even
And that's what Obama was. That's what
yeah,
Obama was.
exactly. That's what
He
I
had
meant.
swag
Yeah,
and he was cool and all that. And that's all everybody gave a crap about. But he was doing nothing and just doing ridiculous crap, man. And you were telling people that. You just, because he looked cool, that's why you like him. Man. It's
and,
just foolishness,
and
man.
people were
This is how we
projecting.
are as human beings. We don't
Yeah,
have no common sense, man.
yeah. It's about ego because people project their own feelings onto people and their own expectations and their own desires onto people. So especially
Yep.
black people that have low self-esteem and they wanted to see a black person and that gave them some sort of validation as a person, as a black person,
Right.
right? The people that really hang on to that race narrative that like, I'm a human being first, right? For me personally.
Right.
But there are
Right.
people that are just like black is every like there are people that say I'm not gonna go somewhere until I do research on the town to find out if it's racist. I was like, well, why don't you just go to the town and find out if it's racist? Even if it doesn't
Yeah.
include killing or lynching or getting physically hurt, there are people that are just so scared of having a racist experience. They think it's the worst shit ever.
Right.
Like they can't even like they think they're gonna like melt and just like and spontaneously composed or turn to dust. Like being accused of racist or not being accused, but having a racist experience is like the worst thing that could ever happen to you. Worse than like your boyfriend being killed or worse than like your baby dying or you know what I mean. Worse than any of the worst shit that could ever happen to you. Like they think like they have that sentiment about racism. Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
like it's so crazy.
You're
It's
right.
so delusional, and
It's,
it's almost
it is.
comical. Not quite, because the paranoia that these type of people have is like it's kind of one side it makes me feel sorry for them, and the other side it makes me want to laugh because I'm just like, are you for real, dude? Are you really that paranoid and that like delusional that you're so dissociated from like reality and common sense?
Yeah, they really are.
And my
They really
mom
are.
went through like real racism. Like I know people that went through real shit, and they're not like that, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
that had relative lynch, that went through that shit, that went through went through that stuff, but they're still it's like it didn't phase them. They're still not gonna. They're
Right.
still gonna live life. That's what I'm saying. Like these people don't
Right.
live life because they're afraid of being called like a nigger. Like that's like the worst thing that could ever
Yeah.
happen to them ever. Like if they call
And
them
we call
they're
each other that all the time.
I know,
You know what I
right?
mean?
Exactly, right? But if somebody else calls them that, they think it's like the worst thing ever. Like they're gonna go,
Yeah.
like they're gonna burn in hell forever or some shit because somebody called them the N word.
Yes.
You know?
Ridiculous.
So
Hey, yeah.
it's I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. But let me get to some more callers. Unless you want to say one more thing.
No, that's about it. It was good talking to you.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right, see you later.
All right, bye, Shikari.
All right, bye. See you.
Bye. 512-481-7464. 512-481-7464. I pinned the number at the top of the charts. So, or the chat. I'm calling it a chart. A chat. Oh, let me see. Let me release some of these. YouTube, like, people comment and then they're like, YouTube's like, that's harmful content. I must hide it, right? Because it's harmful. It's harmful. I'll be doing a live show every day at 10 a.m. Central Time until Friday. But I think that I don't know. I think that I'm hoping, nothing super crazy goes on. I mean, well, maybe election day, I don't know what it's going to be like. Hopefully I'll make it back in time by 10 to actually do the 10 o'clock show. So if I'm a little late on election day, I was voting. That's why. Thanks, Agent Pepsi 1. Agent Pepsi 1 says, oh my God, that video that I'm trying to get you guys to watch was amazing. Please share. Please share. Please share. If you think it's amazing, I mean, if you don't think it's amazing, then don't share it, of course. But I think most people really, really like it. And I'm trying to start a business and make an album. I'm going to use the money that I raise. I'm also going to do a crowdfunding campaign. So any views I get on this new channel, I don't have, I'm not in the partner program, so I can't monetize anyway there. But I have a crowdfunding campaign and I'm trying to raise money that's going to actually go to employing other people because I have to hire other people to do an album. And I should say if or when this is successful, I will spend all of next year writing, producing the album, and the mini movies and mini music videos that are going to go with this. So, anyway, I think people are fooled by Trump becoming a cult. I don't know. But a cult, anyway, I can't even deal with this dude. Fine, don't vote for Trump. He's butthurt because Trump is going to win and he's really mad. So, whatever. I don't trust anyone. You sound so depressed, fatigued, and forlorn. I'm sure the weight of things transpiring in your life is challenged. Somebody's calling. Okay, I'm trying not to be. Hey, try not to sound that way. I'm sorry. I'm just a little tired. I was up late, but thanks for the concern. Hello, who is this?
It's Cerebral again.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Not much. I really enjoyed this song. I'm sending it to all my friends, and soon as I'm a little tired today, but I'll throw you some cash, however I can.
Yeah, no, thank you. It's going to be a 6-week campaign, and I just, I'm a little bit late. I want to actually get it started earlier because I know people are going out tonight because it's Halloween. But I think that, if you can get them to share it, if they like it, and also donate. I mean, I will accept $5 donations, I know people aren't rich, but I'm really trying to build this up and to raise money so I can work on the album and everything. So, but I'm glad you liked it, and I responded to your comment. Thanks for commenting. Leave a comment, too, if you like it. I want to know what people think, and I want to know their sentiments. I think the media and what they've done to this country, they should be, they should be hung. It's treason. It's treason.
Industry.
like
I actually, so, go ahead, please.
Oh,
I don't want to just cut you
no,
off.
no. Well, I was just saying, like, I guess I'm a little upset just before this guy Jerome was saying I sound depressed. But my uncle, like, we got into it on through a text message after I sent him the video because he was like, this is propaganda and you need to make an effort to be on the right side of history. And I'm just like, all right. It just made me really upset. And I just start thinking about how much I hate the fucking media because he's just one of these people that sits in front of the TV and just, like, watches TV and doesn't, and that's his truth. That's his only truth. So,
well, as they say, you repeat a lie enough as many times as they do, and you'll take it as true.
It's true. It's called NLP. It's called neuro-linguistic programming,
I'm kind of right there with you, because I've been working on trying to write similar music, and the moment I showed it to a lot of people, like some of the stuff, I think I showed you Trash the TV, my anti-COVID one. I can't remember which one I sent you, but they get so caught up in not being able to hold the fact that they know because they've seen it so many times on television. There's actually a study that was done, and they found that they would go up to like people that read the Harry Potter series and had seen the movies, and they'd ask the kids or the adults, whoever, what comes to mind first? The imagery of how you envisioned Harry Potter, or do you see the actor that portrayed Harry Potter in the movie? And majority of people are going to say they remember the actor.
Yeah.
First.
Yeah.
They have to actually focus to get that synapse to reconnect to that area,
Yeah, no, totally. They know that the power that the media has, and it's like, even if you see, how Tina, or if you see the movie like What's Love Got to Do with It, but people equate Angela Bassett with Tina Turner, but Tina Turner isn't Angela Bassett, and Angela Bassett's not Tina Turner, but because Angela Bassett played Tina Turner, people are gonna be like, oh, they're going to relate them to each other because they have the imagery of the movie that they saw in the head. But that's even what, like, Saturday Night Live does. They have, they make Trump really stupid and they make Hillary really fun and, silly and just relatable. And people think that that's who these people are,
Absolutely.
So,
and it goes even beyond that. I mean, my mother worked in the medical industry. She was above a medical technologist, so she knew how to fix all the machines. She ran all the tests. She monitored, other people.
Was she a surgical tech, or you said the machines?
She would run the machines.
Okay.
So I can't remember her exact title. So I have to apologize. I am also a little tired, but she actually goes against all her medical training and believes everything they say about COVID on the TV, despite that even in her books down in her house from her college days say different.
I know. It's insane. It's crazy. It really is sorcery. It really is sorcery, And it angers me. It makes me sad. Like especially when I see the kids wearing the mask, it just breaks my heart. I can't even look at them. I can't even because it just really gets me so upset,
I used to enjoy, I was at one point trying to go and work for Comcast, basically, and I wanted to go build a really cool audio-visual kind of ride experience, like a roller coaster, but, kind of, I don't know how to put it. They would have had tons of lights and crazy stuff. It would have been cool, but, I just lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry, V.
It's okay. It's okay, too. I'm listening, and I'm also, like, keeping up for the chat for the...
But I'm trying to remember what the point of even bringing that up was, but, when I look at... now I remember. Since I wanted to go work at the theme parks, I always kind of stay up on top of, like, the engineering, everything, what the crowds are doing at these places. And you go look at, like, Disney World and stuff right now, people paying the same amount of money they would pay normally to go to that place. And they were having, first, the actors were all wearing masks. I mean, everyone's forced to wear a mask, even though Florida says, there's no mask mandate anymore.
Yeah.
And it's just mind-blowing to me that you're going to take your child that's supposed to be, they call it the happiest place on earth, and you're going to be forced, no matter where you go, right? Is that a vacation? Is that living life there?
No, it's not. No. No, it's not.
I mean...
It's really isn't, and it's like, dude, I'd be so pissed. You know what I mean? I'd be like fucking pissed. I'd be pissed. Um, I'd be like livid if that was the case with or what is I gonna say? I mean, yeah, I'd be livid if I am like going on vacation, I have to wear a mask everywhere I went. Like, thank God I'm not on like that. I'm just glad I'm not in that situation. And it's like, what are you gonna do? You've paid all this money, you've saved up, to go. You got time off of work. You're not gonna, you know what I mean? You're not gonna comply and fight with people all the time. So people are just gonna comply. That's what I was saying earlier. I think the people that know that it's a hoax or something's up, but they don't believe the full official story. But they just don't want to fight with people, and they're just like, you know, they don't want to comply.
The thing that I do know is like it's like here in Colorado, they were in the beginning when they were going to do their shutdown, they attempted to shut down all the liquor stores and everything here and the pot stores, and it was super hilarious because the way we reacted was we all went out like in force and said no. I mean, I didn't. I don't care about that kind of stuff as much as maybe other people were like, oh my God, that's the most important thing in my life right now. I mean, if they're going to shut it down, I need alcohol to like survive this. But when people fought back, they gave everything back. They were like, no. We don't want to anger you. We don't want you going out and like tearing up the mansion because of COVID. We want you to go do it because of the race war we're trying to start, basically.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. But, and then, people, it's like, people still think this is about a virus when they're closing other people's businesses down. But, I think in California, Gavin Newsom, he has a winery. His winery got to stay open, but, other people's wineries had to close. So it's like a different set of rules for the elite than there are for the common folk. And there's still people that aren't, like, putting that together. Because they're just so enamored with these people, like celebrities, and they just don't, what am I trying to say? They just don't believe that these people will lie to them or conspire to them. This is what the idolization, like, I've read parts of the Bible, and I know, like, in the Bible they talk about, like, don't worship false idols, but I see really now, like, where it gets people,
Yeah, absolutely. Talking about false idols and going back to I agree with you. I hate the media with a passion, and what they have done is treating, they actually, one of the local press here helped get my business Twitter account taken down. And I was like pretty upset about it, and it had to do with I did make a few comments about like, well, if you're gonna go play in the streets, on a vehicle here in Colorado, we have several times where they've blocked several of our different highways, and then we already had a couple of different court cases with Jeep and SUV, that like tried to escape because they were literally getting their vehicle attacked. There was nothing they could do other than like hit the gas pedal, unfortunately. And what's interesting is this press guy. I saw yesterday, I got an ability to get Twitter back. I found a way to get a new account and stuff. Mm-hmm. And one of our press here was pulling out of context the deaths and other ratios of, stuff for COVID just to scare the public. And so there were several people pointing out to him, like, hey, you're in the wrong. And he was just being, like, snarky, like, nah, you're not an expert. I'm an expert. And so I eventually, like, kind of chirped in and just said to him, like, hey, bro, here's the deal. You have no excuses because your twin brother is actually a doctor. And because of this, and since he's been featured actually on your news organization and you guys talk a lot, I'm not going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you're actually ignorant. I'm going to have to say that you actually are willingly and knowingly deceiving the American people just so that you can push some sort of agenda. Yeah. And that is wrong and unethical in medicine.
Yeah. Well, I think, but I think with the doctors, they're just the most brainwashed. They're some of the most brainwashed, too, because they're taught, first of all, they have this air that because, they're taught that they're just better than everybody else. Because, but this is it's the attitude, too. People capitulate, too, to doctors and people that have, this, it's like this credentialism, It's another form of discrimination. Like, I have a friend whose sister's a doctor, and she talks about constantly how her sister just talks down on them. And she talks about how her mother treats her children, her sister's children better because her sister's a doctor than her own children. You know, like it's a type of discrimination, just like racism.
It is.
You know, and but they're taught. You know, it's a hierarchy thing, right? Oh, well, you're a better pure person, not just that you're a person that's spent a particular amount of time on, you know, the subject, and you should be revered and respected for the knowledge that you have on this particular subject, but that you're just not just that, but it's just that you're just a better human being. You're more worthy of life. You're more worthy of everything because of your credentials, because of your degrees, and that's some bullshit, you know. And I was
Well,
oh, go on.
I was going to say, you know, this guy actually wrote me back after I tweeted that to him. And he was like, man, if I don't understand something, please just, you know, calmly write me here and just tell me what I'm doing wrong. Like, you don't need to be vicious and mean to me. You know, and by the way, like, I have to say that just because you don't display your full name, you know, like, that makes you untrustworthy. And this like I said, this individual's tried to dox me before. I'm just like,
yeah, it's like they can be mean, but if the minute you say something happens to me, they have like a heart attack. Oh no, why are you attacking me? You know?
Yeah, that's exactly how it was, and I was just sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, like you don't really know, like you don't know that you're being evil. I mean, one of the first times that he got really offended by me, was I just calmly said to him, I was like, you know, for all the unethical practices you keep doing towards medicine, you will go to court someday, and you're going to
No, I saw this amazing video. Maybe it was like last year, but this guy was talking about like how they're going to be Nuremberg trials for a lot of these people in medicine because of all the people that they killed, and it's going to be the same story where a lot of people will be like, "Oh, we're just following orders." Well, that's what the Nazis said. You know, maybe it wasn't their plan. It sucks. And it sucks. And it is, the more I think about it, I do kind of feel for those people because I think it is a form of mind control. But on the other side is, you know, it was their ego and it was their, like, you know, pride that really kept them from looking into the other side. So that's where I say it's a spiritual war, huh?
Sorry, I think did they choose to sell their soul? And my other comment to that would be, in this technological age, you have a digital footprint, and it's so hard to completely remove that from everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, the billionaires have to, like, hire specialized people that are very high up in a certain place. And, I mean, I remember those people working on some of the other crazy stuff that I don't want to mention because I don't want to get your channel in trouble, but, you know, things that we've been able to see through the media that was a complete charade and lie. And, you know, it's just mind-blowing.
You could say the sweet and sour sniffles, as Jericho Green calls it.
What was that?
You can call it the sweet and sour sniffles.
Yeah.
That's what Jericho Green calls it. He's so funny. So, anyway, I'm
going to hop off. You have a wonderful night. Thank you for everything.
You're welcome. Let me, I'll get back to you and, or get to some other calls. All right, does anybody else want to call? I'll take a couple more. Thanks. Bye, Cerebral. Have a nice day. Or nice. Anybody else? Anybody going out for Halloween? Anybody going out for Halloween? For those that are popping on, I'm posting the link to the video in the chat. So you can, let me see if it's working. So you can watch the video there. Anyway. You like it, leave a comment, go to the crowdfunding page, make a donation, share it with a bunch of people. Hollywood is satanic. Halloween is satanic. I don't know. I mean, is it satanic though if you just make it about dressing up with your friends and having fun? I mean, if you're not sacrificing anything or anybody, I don't really see anything wrong with it. I don't know. But I know I have friends that were Christians or like Jehovah's Witnesses and stuff. They didn't celebrate Halloween. And they would say that, you know. I miss Halloween. I just Halloween, I'm working on this campaign. I'm not going out tonight, but Well, I'm going out so my friend can help me figure out Instagram. but what was I gonna say? Yeah, I like dressing up and being creative, and if you dress up as an angel on Halloween, does it make Halloween satanic still? That's just. Oh wait, somebody calling. Somebody's calling. Hello, what's up? Who's this?
Hey, B, how you doing?
Hey, is this Johnny? I mean, Gus.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I mean, it's been a long day, hasn't it?
Yeah, you calling again? What's up? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. Isn't Trump amazing? He's out there doing three. I hear he's going to do maybe 4 or 5 rallies a day.
I know.
Got all kinds of people showing up. He's like the Energizer Bunny.
I know. He has a lot of energy. I hope I have that much energy when I'm his age. He keeps going, and he looks like he's having a lot of fun.
Oh, he's having a blast. He's kind of a tough guy.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned before, Brendan O'Connell, he's got a YouTube station, and he's done a lot with Trump, and he does a lot of investigating and stuff and everything else. Hey, I saw you on, where was it, InfoWars the other day, one of your old videos.
Oh, yeah, that was like 3 years ago. That was a while ago. Yeah, which one?
Yeah.
I was on a couple times, but...
I think that was the one where you were talking about what you talk about, the truther and the vaccines and everything else.
Yeah.
Were you on there
Millie,
more than, were you on there more than once?
Yeah, I was on with Millie one time. I was on with Owen. But yeah, that was a long time ago. But yeah, it was fun. They're nice. They're nice over there.
I think we're on your phone and you can see other videos and it's like, oh, there she is. It's like InfoWars. I didn't know you were on that.
Yeah, that was a while ago. But those guys are nice over there. They've gone through a lot though, because they were responsible for exposing a lot of stuff on Hillary. So, they've been attacked and stuff a lot. But yeah, I mean, I'm in Austin. Like, there are a lot of people in Austin here, that are. That are kind of, I think, Dale Bigtree's here, Joe Rogan's here, JP Sears is here, InfoWars is here. There are a lot of kind of truther-esque people that are in Austin, yeah.
Conspiracy theorists.
Yeah.
Ain't that for us? Otherwise, we'd be in a world of shit,
Yeah, totally. I mean, so it's cool. I mean, Austin's really small, 481, and yeah, it was a nice opportunity to do that and stuff. So.
What gave you quite a bit of exposure? I was kind of amazed. You say you have about 28,000 subs, but it's like all these live chats you do. There's only like 60 of us coming online. And it's like, what happened to your subs? Are they getting the message?
Yeah,
I wonder if you're not getting shadow banned.
No, I'm pretty much getting shadow banned. And I've been at 28,000 for like the whole year, and I think I kind of go a little harder than even more conservatives because I talk about how evil vaccines are, so I think I got like double dinked or whatever, But
okay.
I've been at that for a while, and then when I took almost a 3-week break, up until today, and they just took 200 of my subscribers away because I was at like 20. I was almost at 28,000. And I don't like check my subscribers every day, but I've been trying to keep record and taking screenshots of stuff so I can document it in case I can get on a class action lawsuit. But yeah, like they've totally demonetized my channel. They've they're just taking my subscribers away. I have people writing me saying that they've had to resubscribe to my channel, knowing that they didn't subscribe. I mean, that they didn't unsubscribe. So I know that they're using algorithms to just like attract or subtract people, people off the channel. And then I hear all my other YouTuber friends that are, they're doing the same thing. They're like, what am I trying to say? They're getting shadow banned, and they're basically going through the same thing. I just think that I kind of get a little harder just because, and I'm not like, woe is me, oh my God. I mean, that's what I do. I'm not like upset about it, but I'm just looking at patterns and stuff. And because I talk about vaccines and stuff like that, I think that they kind of go even harder on people like that. So, Because there
Right,
are even
well,
other conservatives that don't agree with my view on that.
it seems like the whole system is corrupt with the big tech companies, you know, and they're in your face about it. I mean, I guess they just had a Senate investigation with the big guys, and you know, you can tell everybody's lying to them. You know, it's like, why does it have to be like this? But unfortunately, you know, then you have to go to other alternatives. I know you're on BitChute and other channels, so that's good. You can keep getting your word out. It's a shame that you can't be monetized, because that would help you out a lot.
Yeah, it would. But I mean, what am I gonna do? You know, I got to just find another means of.
Well, thanks for putting your heart into all this, because I know it takes a lot of it to get everything going and to keep things rolling. And amen, sister. It's like we need more people like you in the world.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thanks so much. But let me try and get a few more calls up in here.
Yeah, one more question. How are you doing for Apex? You need some more?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you. I'm good. I'm doing a lot of other stuff that's working, so but I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Well, keep it on your shelf, because there's like more than he's counting more than 21 years on his shelf life with that, so it doesn't go away. Just don't let it freeze.
Okay. Oh, okay, perfect. Thanks for letting me know.
All right, amen. We'll talk to you again. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, 512-481-7464. 512-481-7464. 512. Oh, it's at the top. It's at the top. Guys, scroll. If you might call it, scroll at the top. I'll take about a couple more callers and then I gotta bounce. Oh, hello. Who's calling? Hey, what's going on?
Hello, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I was wondering. I have a question.
What's your name? What's your name, first of all?
My name is Jim, by the way. I've been watching you for a little while.
Jim?
Jim.
Okay. What's going on?
If you had a story that was really important in the world politically, and there was no way to get it out because you were kind of being isolated and quieted, how would you go about getting that story out in a safe way?
I mean, but what, is it information? Is it video? Is it like?
Well, no, it's kind of like my life story, what I've been through. I don't know if you've ever heard of gang stalking at all.
Yeah, I've actually known quite a few people that's happened to. It's scary as hell. It's scary as hell.
Yeah, but they actually, when they gang stalked me, what they did is they actually said they were going to practice some leftist attacks on me also. So my gang stalking was a lot more severe than most.
Oh, wow.
And they practiced a lot of lying to me, and then they lied to me in a certain way, like they redefine things, like they're doing now. And it was a union place that I was first mobbed at. I don't know if you heard of mobbing too, because it started with a mobbing. It wasn't gang stalking to start out. And then it escalated from there. And they said they were going to help harass me. Then a group called Acorn came in and helped out. Now, I didn't know until later Acorn helped Obama get into office. So it's really, I don't know how to explain it, but the way I was told it, my gang stalking was actually a test attack by the left. And they were testing out on how people would respond to what I went through. And I'm trying to sort of find a way to tell my story. And also, I'm homeless right now, so I'm kind of exposed and in sort of in danger, I guess. So I'm trying to protect myself so my whole story can get out there. I was wondering if you had any ideas. I mean, I have an idea of putting my story online in a website, but I would need, funding for that and a business partner that could put it out there.
What you can do is use social media right now.
But that doesn't really help because people don't want to believe it exists. So when you talk about gang stalking, people want you to do the first step.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I think there's let me see.
See, what I'm looking for is like a business partner that someone's willing to say, okay, I'll invest a couple $100 we'll get this started, because I can't even open my own checking account, or I don't even have a PayPal account, so I can't even buy a website, or can't even do any of the normal stuff people can do to start their life going. If I had a PayPal account, I would already have a website and all that already ready to go. Because I write computer code, so websites would be no big deal for me.
There's gangstalking.com.
Yeah, I've been there.
You just probably have to, because I've heard of it before. I've known that this has happened to other people.
Yeah,
I
but
think there's a you have to reach out maybe to people that have had similar experiences and help build a community with them maybe.
The problem is, I have gang stalking Reddit. I'm on a lot of other things, but they're not willing. A lot of them are very paranoid and not willing to actually step out. And this is my biggest problem, where if someone has the ability to, they're like, no. I give them my email, then they disappear. I give them the contact information, then they disappear.
Well,
So my biggest problem is trying to find somebody who's pro-MAGA, pro-conservative, and is willing to say, okay, I'll give you a foundation to start from. If we can make money from this, let's do that. But they're not even willing to do that. I mean, they're not even willing to make money from my experience. I'm like, let's try that.
I don't really know what to say then. I just, I mean, that's the only
I know.
advice that I can really think of. And if you have I would just say get it out there. You can start making your own videos and things like that. But
Well, no, that puts me in a little bit of danger. I've been off the road. I had nice foot to
But
my
I mean,
throat.
like, why do you want to get your story out if you're not gonna? I mean, you're gonna have to. You don't have to put your face in the video.
I know, but the problem becomes, at first I want it to just be a story so people know it happened.
Yeah.
And then when I'm able to pay for lie detector tests, and those are like 2,500 starting, right? I've already checked those. So I need to make enough money for 2,500 just to start and say this is true, you know, and then go from there. But I really, like I said, I don't know. I guess I can put my contact information out there on your show if people want to contact me, I guess. I mean, that's the best I could do. Would that be okay with you? I'm not gonna do it against your will or anything.
Well, if you want to put your number, tell me your number and I can write it in the chat.
Well, I'll just put in like my Twitter or something, or my Facebook, or would you want my number? It depends. I mean, I don't care.
I'd have to. You can put it in the chat, maybe. You just put it in
That'd
the
be
chat.
okay with you then?
I mean, I don't care if you, as long as you're not like attacking people. I don't care what people put in the chat.
Okay. I didn't know if it was you could put like. So what did you say now? I'm sorry. You kind of put out when you said put it in the chat. Can I put anything in the chat, or is it just the phone number, or what?
You can put your phone number. You can put your Twitter. You can put links and stuff in the chat, and you can say, you know, just be like, hey, I'm the guy that called in about gang stalking. If people want to, you know, get in touch with me. But I mean, honestly, I think the best way, because you asked me what I thought, I think the best way would be to just start making videos and getting stuff out there, you know, yourself. You don't have to put your face in it, but, you know, hashtag gang stalking. Because there are other people that this happened to, too, and they're looking for other people to communicate with and talk to.
Yeah, but the thing is, like I said, these people said they're going to go after conservatives, and they said they're from the left, and they said they were the unions. So I was hoping more of the MAGA and conservatives would actually come.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to go for, because I'm like, wait a minute. A lot of the gang stalkers say, oh, no, it's not the left. It's like, no, you don't understand. Yes, they told me they were from the left. They told me they were in the unions. This is not like, I didn't believe this. They told me when they were harassing me at the workplace. So.
Got you. But, you know what, let me...
So that's like...
Yeah, let me get back to you. You can just do that. And let me get to some other calls calling.
All right. Yeah, okay. I'll be in there, and I'll probably put like some contact information in here.
Okay, cool.
In your thing, if you don't mind.
Thank you so much. Thanks for calling.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Good luck with everything. Okay.
Thank you.
Shit. Oh, hello? All right, I guess whoever's calling, call back or call. Kickstarter, GoFundMe? Oh, yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. Anybody want to call? I'm going to take one more caller, and then I'm going to bounce. 512-481-7464. It is up at the chat. Let me see. All right, one more person. I'll wait 5 minutes. Nobody calls. All you guys are out getting wasted tonight. Oh, I see. I see how it is. Hey. Oh, hello. Who's this?
Oh, hi. How you doing?
Hey, how are you? Who's this?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I called earlier in your show, so.
Oh, is it Jason?
No, I'm Jason. Yes. How you
Hey,
doing?
what's up?
No, I just wanna let you know about I don't know about the volume song, yeah, I was thinking about the real reason why they're afraid of President Trump getting reelected because all this corruption that's going on, like the Biden scandal, this is just the tip of the iceberg. This scandal, this corruption is going to lead not only to the politicians in Washington, not only in Hollywood either. The wealthiest 1% is going to get involved in this too. They're going to be involved.
Yeah, I know. It's the tip of the iceberg for sure. Yeah. Well, that's why they've been fighting him the whole time. I believe it's been so crazy. You know.
Yeah, they're the reason why this madness is created because they're the ones who set this on as a Russia collusion. That's going to connect to them. Watch. And,
yeah, it is.
And another thing too, after this election, man, everybody's going to turn against each other. Watch. They're going to turn against each other.
Yeah, I can see that. Because they're all selfish. Yep. They don't really care about other people. They care about themselves. You know.
You see Michael Moore, man, and even Michael Moore is telling the truth. Like, even he's telling you, like, his polls are lying. That he said it one time. People like,
I didn't know that.
Michael Moore.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Oh, snap.
Yeah, he was saying that the silent majority who vote for Trump, like, who was quiet about it, they're not even counted. So he's like he's even confessing, he's even admitting that Trump is going to win no matter what, like, because he's been warning his allies for 4 years not to do shit like that, like, and they still won't learn. That's why they keep failing, because you know why? That they never learned from 2016.
Exactly. But then
it
goes to show you that they have a more sinister agenda too, because it's like they're not even listening to what the people want. They're not even, you know what I mean? They're not even, if you want to win, then why aren't you listening to what the majority of the people want and trying to serve them? Because they're not trying to serve the people, they're trying to control the people.
Yeah, that's the problem. And how are you going to win with that mentality?
Yeah.
Because it's not really the Democrats, it's the 1%, the wealthiest 1%.
Well, and it's not, I wouldn't even say it's just the elite that are into that, that have nefarious agenda, you know?
If you're Rothschilds, your Rockefellers, they're the ones who wants to control everything.
Yeah,
that's why they're following what they're telling them to do.
Definitely.
That's basically what it is. That's why they're getting nervous, because you know what?
This is a peasant's war too. This is really a peasant's war. You know what I mean? Like the elites, because a lot of these people too, like in Hollywood, and they're acting like, but they're fucking, they got a lot of those A-listers. They got where they are by doing service. So not all of them, but a lot. I would say a great deal of them. I don't know who. Yeah. I can't tell you who, and I don't want to like implicate anybody or whatever and say, or group everybody together. But they're controlled. Actors are controlled too. They're not going to let you get that famous without being able to control you. You get famous and you start saying stuff, super famous. Yeah, exactly. They gotta be able to shut you down, So But look, Jason, let me take one more call. And
before you go, I just want to ask you, like, what's the point of censorship if they got caught? Like, does that make any sense?
Yeah,
I mean, they got caught and they want to do censorship. That doesn't make any sense. I know, but
it's still kind of. Like, even me, like, I'm watching what I say in certain avenues right now because I don't want to lose my channel, right? I'm still talking my talk, but now it's making people watch their words and watch how they say and must, like, curb the information, So, I mean, it's like, or it's also just, it's basically just setting examples for people so people know what to say and what not to say.
But they got caught already, so what's the point? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
No, but they still have the power. They have the power. Yeah. You know what I mean? They still have the power to shut things. Until they don't have that power to just shut people down anymore, they can still use that power to do so. So they haven't restored all of the channels. They got caught, but they haven't restored all the channels that they've taken down.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, okay. All right, cool,
Okay.
Jason. Let me just take this last call. Law Dog, I think.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
All right, bye-bye. Nice talking to you again.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We got one more call. Law Dog, he said he was going to call in. I'm also trying to look at the chat as I am reading. You guys, check out my video. Check out my video, my music. So one person calling. All right, Law Dog. Next person that calls, I'll take it. Law Dog, or there's somebody else that said they want to call. So it's between those two people. This is definitely going to be my last call. After that, anybody want to ask me any questions in the chat? The number, can you guys see the number at the top of the chat? 213, I mean, it's 213, 512-481-7464. Oh, somebody's calling. Hello, who is this?
Hello.
Hi, who is this?
This is Law Dog.
Oh, cool, good. I'm glad you were able to call. How are you? Law Dog, are you a
I'm
lawyer?
doing great.
Are you like dogs? Or are you like a law? Where'd you
No,
name it?
that's my video game screen handle name.
Oh, okay, got you. Law Dog, got you. Okay.
Yeah, no
Law
law
Dog.
enforcement, anything
Okay.
like that.
Okay. Are you the law? So what's up? What's in your mind?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you tell me. I mean, name a topic. I'll talk about it.
The media. That's basically what I'm going to be concentrating on
So
this week.
yeah.
And
So
trying to promote
my
the
take on
game.
it. I'm from Illinois. I have never trusted a politician to save my life because I believe our last 5 governors are in prison. And basically, I've always kind of leaned conservative, but I've noticed over the last maybe 10 or 15 years, I saw the difference that the media was portraying recently. Black Lives Matter versus the Proud Boys, go back to Occupy Wall Street versus what's the other conservative group at the time?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It was the Tea Party.
Yeah, Tea Party. Yeah, sorry, I drew a blank there.
Yeah.
But they were acting like they were just trying to find racism at the Tea Party, but meanwhile, the Occupy Wall Street people were burning cop cars and selling drugs and doing all this crazy stuff. And then, I just realized what the mainstream narrative that we were being fed was a complete lie, and I just didn't understand at the time. But now that you have independent people like you, the different podcasts, all of them, you can get a full picture if you look at enough sources. But if you're only looking at Fox or CNN, you're not going to get the real story.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. For real. Because, so, I mean, so you realize that since this election, or?
No, it was back in 2008 when I was in school, and with just seeing, like I said, I'm conservative, but, libertarian, but it wasn't until Trump came along that I realized, like, George Bush Jr. and, everybody else they were just canned up. They weren't doing anything to help the American people besides enriching themselves. And
yeah, because I don't like the Bushes either and stuff too. Yeah.
Yeah, and they, and like I was in school, and under Obama, my semester tuition went up every single semester, and I lost my insurance, and they just kept covering for him. And, I just, once Trump got in, like I was even a Ted Cruz guy, and I didn't trust Trump at the beginning.
Yeah.
But then I saw like the things he started doing, and I said on the chat, like, he did more to stop human trafficking around the world than any other president before him.
It's just massive. And so to
Yeah.
me, that like if you're going to vote on one issue, that was it for me.
Wow.
So
Yeah. And this is what I tell people too. I think people vote for the candidate who solves the problems that are closest to them, or that are dear to them, or goes to the
Right.
problems, right? So if that's for you, I mean, of course, that's for me too. But I think I'm more of the medical freedom. I'm more other stuff. Like that's kind of like what I gravitate toward. But of course, human trafficking. That's trafficking. Trafficking. That's huge. That's huge. You know?
Right. Yeah. Because that affects all of us. And you know, and I'll tell like the viewers, like the other thing that got me is, you know, I listen to Dan Bongino, and he's from Queens, the same city that Trump's from. And he said, to get an idea into Trump's head, think of where this guy came from. He goes, the guys in Queens are, you know, they're not tough like the guys from Brooklyn. They're not rich like the guys from Manhattan. You know, so they have a chip on their shoulder to kind of prove themselves. And he said, you know, Trump's probably been fighting the mafia and the politicians and everybody to run his business,
Yeah.
you know, for the last 50 years. And, you know, the guy is not perfect by any means. Nobody denies that.
Yeah.
But, you know, the things he actually got done, because I get the impression that he loves this country
Yeah.
more than he wants to see some kind of globalist, let's all get along with everybody else and let Iran and, you know, Saudi Arabia have just as much say at the table as we do, you know, at the UN. No, you know, he's like, let's at least bring this back to America. And that's where,
Yeah,
when
America
I
first,
see-
and it's like we can't really have world peace, I think, until we fix our own problems first.
yes, you have to, you know,
Yeah.
solve the problems at home
Yeah,
before you can help your neighbor.
exactly.
And there's so much division. And and that's why, you know, like I said, even though I'm from Illinois, like I don't like the identity politics that I see from the left, because in my opinion, they've been taken over by these extremist Marxist ideology, and they try to put everybody into a box. Well, you're this color, you have to vote this way. You did it, you know, everything like that.
Yeah, I know. It's it's frustrating.
Right.
It's just
Yeah,
frustrating. I mean, like no other way to say
We're
that. You know, I
supposed
mean,
to be the land of freedom and liberty, and we are supposed to, you know, disagree with our fellow American, but still go have a beer, you know, afterwards, instead
Yeah.
of breaking out into violence because someone, you know, disagrees with your half-baked opinion. And I'm saying that about myself too, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's I don't know. I just I can see that, and I've also yeah, he has to prove himself, but it makes you work harder. It's kind of like, have you heard of the black tax?
say that again?
Have you heard of the black tax?
No, I have not.
So it's called the black tax, but I think it can apply to anybody. But basically, if you're like the only black person in a company or a situation in school, that you have to work like twice as hard, 10 times as hard as somebody in order to get even recognition, you know, for what you do.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay,
So
yeah,
it's
for
like
that.
if you're an Eminem, but in an industry that's mostly black rappers, you have to be really good to get noticed, right? You have to be better
Right.
than the average black rapper to get any kind of notice. So,
Yeah,
um,
you gotta be so good they can't ignore you.
yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I just think that you know, that's kind of his deal too. And I guess what his dad was into real estate. His dad gave him a loan, and people are like, "Oh, his dad gave him $1 million loan. He wasn't poor." But I'm like, but there are people that take $1 million and they squander it on drugs. Hunter Biden, right?
Yeah,
You know, there are people that
exactly.
win the lottery and win more than $1 million, and within a year they don't have money. So he took his money
That was
though, and he
big
made
for you.
billions. He made billions. So, you know,
Right.
that's why I'm excited too about the whole black economic plan, because in the plan I was reading that they're going to teach black people to be more financially to be financially literate. And to me, that's like teaching somebody how to fish. That's great. Because I'm not really for the reparations thing. I know some people get mad at me. I don't really believe that's going to solve any of our problems.
Right.
And it's like you're giving money to people. If you don't have any financial literacy, you're just going to blow through that money. But if you're
Exactly.
teaching people how to how money works and how to grow it. And it's something that I'm learning. I've had to learn. I know a lot of stuff, but I'm not really, I'm learning this about money. I'm teaching myself, I'm learning. I'm like, I need to be more financially literate. So,
Yeah, and that's exactly the point. Like, I've seen it's been amazing under Trump. It's the first time I've seen people who normally don't vote Republican, are all of a sudden excited about it, and they're like, willing to step up and,
hello, that's me. I'm
like
not, I don't consider myself Republican. I'm voting for Trump though.
Yeah, like the whole Brexit movement, all that. I always said I'm conservative / libertarian, but the excitement that I see is like, the reason I think we're seeing this is because ever since politics began, we all said we want some leader who's not a politician, who's not a swamp rat, who hasn't been in the system for 47 years,
and
like
who,
Biden.
and who does what he says he's gonna do, who brings receipts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But still, people want somebody to quote sound presidential, and they don't like the way he says things, but do you want the results, or do you want a guy who thinks and says things just the way you want to say? Because I don't think any of us understand what it's like to have been a billionaire in New York for the last 50 years, or whatever it's been.
Yeah, for how long? But he got it. And hospitality industry, it's a pretty, you can maybe say honest industry, right? I don't know maybe what he's done. I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, it's not like, drug, like getting money off of, like laundering money or drugs or all these other dirty deals that other politicians made to get their money, Like building hotels
I
and
totally
stuff.
understand that Trump probably played the game for all that time. But my thing also, I look at the intangibles, things like they couldn't find a single employee that was going to say something bad about him. Even in Chicago, I think it was Jennifer Hudson, when she lost one of her family members got killed.
Yeah,
he put her up in the hotel for free.
Yeah, I know. And it's
Things like that.
just stuff like that. There's a whole Liz Crokin. If you go to Liz Crokin, the journalist, she did a whole what do you call it? Did a whole I'm trying to think. She did a whole whatchamacallit, like a compilation. Sorry, I'm starting to get tired. I was up late and up early, so I think you have to be my last call because I'm like, and I still have stuff to do. But she did a whole compilation of all the nice things that he did, and then I saw another compilation that somebody did of Trump when he was like when he would make special appearances on TV shows and everything up, and he was on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and he was in this movie and that movie, and people were like, yay, yay, Trump, like. When they loved him right before. But people have goldfish memories because there's still people that know who he was back then and they still buy into the lies because the media is telling them. It's just like, oh, I hate the media so much. I hate the media so much.
And let me end with this. I'll say one thing. If you can take Trump's personality away, and I said this in the chat, go to the website promiseskept.com, and it just lists all the laws that Trump passed. It's like you can see what he's done and then vote based off of that.
I
have like his personality.
I actually have that list, and my friend sent that to a friend of hers, and her friend got mad. And she was like, this is making me sick. I can't believe he did this stuff. But we were also talking about, because it has links. It has links where you can go and like see that he's actually done the stuff that's on the list. It's not just the list, but this link that I have is like a PDF, and it has like all the stuff that he's done, like, so.
And I'll end. Yeah, exactly. And I'll end with this. I'll say that the topic is how the media and their lies are tearing our family apart, and I think that our family is us as Americans, right?
Yeah.
So when I see somebody come in and just everybody goes ballistic on both sides and just loses it, I'm like, maybe this guy is doing something right,
Yeah, totally. Exactly. And I'm enjoying him more with the rallies because, I love his sense of humor, and he's funny. And he's real. Like, that's the type of person I am. I don't beat around the bush. If I don't like you, I'm going to let you know. But if I like you, I'll give all my love and energy to you,
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't
Exactly.
spend my
And
time being fake and doing that. Like, I don't do that.
right. And
So,
people might not like that, but I'd rather have somebody tell me the truth to my face than lie behind my back.
yeah, totally. You know, and that's yeah, for sure, I definitely like that. But let me let you go because I need to get off, and I will be up. I'm trying to see. I guess it's about the same amount of people watching, whether it's day or night. I'm like, should I do one in the evening, or should I do a live show in the morning? Like, what do you think would be better? I don't know.
You'd have to poll your audience because I'm not sure about that. And that's why I was saying in the comments earlier about if you can get in touch, the Black Rifle Coffee guys and the Drinkin' Bros podcast are the same kind of group. They're all connected, but they have a very good, they talk about politics and everything like that. They're very pro-military. All of them are
What's it?
ex-military.
Could you email me info? Could you guys? It'd be info@truthertalk.com. I really want to push this video. Did you see the video? Hello? Did you see the video that I made?
No, I did not. Not yet.
So,
because I didn't see you've disappeared on my channel recommendations for the last few months as well. That's why
it's in I have another music channel.
Okay.
It's called, if you go into the description section in this video, go to the YouTube. You can watch the video on YouTube. I have another channel called Biavi. You'll see my face on there. This song that I wrote is about the media. And I'm trying to get people, I'm trying to raise money for a film project and an album because I don't feel like there's enough artists talking about this and documenting this, right?
Right.
And I'm looking for shows to go on. So if anybody wants to interview me, I'm looking for, because I really need to promote this to get traction on this. I basically had to start a whole new channel over because I'm being shadow banned on this channel. I'm being demonetized. So I felt like if I put that video up on this channel, they just might take my whole channel down.
And those guys are getting demonetized on YouTube as well. Okay. I just figured they were, down in Austin, and they could probably,
Well, anybody. If I can get on, I want to get on people's shows to get interviewed. So I'm open right now. This whole 6 weeks, I'm going to be promoting this. It's a crowdfunding campaign. It's a music video, but it's also attached to a crowdfunding campaign, and I explain that at the end of the video. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so if you can email me these people or send me a link to these people so I can reach out to them. And if there's anybody else that's watching, please, give me, I'm looking for hashtags. I'm looking for other shows that with like-minded people, whether they're YouTube shows or podcasts or anything that I can go on and promote this song on for 6 weeks so I can meet my goal. Because I want to spend all 2021 doing this album, and a lot of artists they're not even able to create because they're afraid they're going to lose their careers if they talk about what's right, or what's on their mind. So anyway, so yeah. Hello? Are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So if you can email me those people, any other people that you could think of that I could reach out to and ask to be interviewed, please let me know. Like-minded people, not just you, but anybody that is listening.
Sounds fantastic.
And I hope you like the video. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment if you guys like it. So.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, Law Dog. Thank you. I will. I will talk to you. I'll talk to you later. And you guys. I'll see you guys. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, at 10. You guys have a great night. Mwah. All right. Bye bye.